Hello everyone, today we have new video review, and as you can see this time we are going to check fresh release from Aoshima. That's a 1/24 scale kit which copies quite famous supercar. As you can see, that's a Pagani Huayra, but this time we have a special edition which is named as a Pachetto Tempesta, and as you can see it is finished in this nice blue cover with golden rims, etc, etc. I recommend to read on the official Pagani website more about this special edition because it is quite interesting how they let's say distinguish this vehicle, but this time we have a chance to copy it in the scale. So as you can see, we have this nice box design, again white background, logo of the manufacturer, and also car itself. Here it is also written that assembled model will have length of 192 millimeters. Of course, glue and paints should be bought separately. Here you can see comparison with my hand, and let's open it and check what is hidden inside. But first, let me show you that on the side we have also a picture of the assembled model, and from the other side we can see necessary paints, safety devices, and also address of the manufacturer. Let's open it. That's a top opening box. So just give me a second, and here is what we have inside. So as you can see, box is full of various sprues. These are separated in various several plastic bags. So we are going to check them one by one, and I will start with the top one. These are, as usual, the sealed plastic bags. So I will need this tool in order to open it and check these parts closer. Just give me a second. As you remember, Pagani kits from Aoshima are quite detailed, and they feature a lot of interesting assembly options, let's say. You can open doors, you can open bonnet, you can open cowling. And, I mean, it's quite interesting in assembled state. And now we are going to check it closer. So here is the first plastic sprue. This one is finished in this nice metallic color. Let's zoom in. And here we have wheel rims. Also we have dashboard here, various interior parts, for example pedals. And all those parts are molded nicely. Of course, some of the modelers would strip them and repaint them, but I think that's more than enough. And here I can show you the central console. Just give me a second. Here it is. It looks good in my opinion. Especially with some careful painting, you will get even better result. Okay, so next we have black plastic sprue. This one is dedicated to seats. As you can see, both seats are molded as one-piece parts. You will have to add this rear side, which features the headrest. We also have here the door elements and handles for the doors. And here you can see this part with a headrest. Let me show you the door ports, these ones which house the speakers. Here they are, really nicely detailed ports. As far as I can understand, we will have an option between these two parts, but we will have to check assembly manual in order to understand how this vehicle can be assembled. Next comes the white sprue, so it means we have body ports. As you can see here, we have the front bumper and also the rear diffusers, and here you can see them from the other side. Attachment points are quite thin, so it should be easy to separate these parts. And another white sprue. This one is dedicated to body parts such as doors. Also we have here the rear section, the tail section, and side panels. As you can see, they're also designed as separate elements. There's quite an interesting parts division, but doors, separate doors, mean that we will be able to open them on the finished vehicle, and it will replicate the real car, because as you remember, it had quite an interesting mechanism for this element. Next we have plastic bag full with black plastic sprues. As you can guess, this will be used for internal elements, and this means engine, suspension, maybe even some interior parts. We'll see in a second. Just give me a second. Okay, let's start from the top one. This one is fully dedicated to the engine. So here you can see it. Nice molding quality, and I would like to show this element closer because it looks really good. Here you can see it. All these parts deserve careful painting with sharp brush. Here you can see another part of the engine, and here is another one. Really nice detail. Okay, next we have various elements for the wheel arches and transmission. Let's focus the camera back on our cutting mat, and now you should be able to see it properly. So those parts look really good. Again, we have thin attachment points. Here you can see these parts from the other side. And next we have last black sprue from this bag. Here we have various external parts, for example transmission, steering wheel is even here. We have the top cover for the engine, and etc, etc. Really nice quality of these parts. I can show you this transmission cover. Just give me a second. And I think those parts, this detailing can rival with what we usually, or what we are used to get in the kits from another Japanese manufacturer. Next we have another plastic sprue. This one is surprisingly packed separately. Here we have various structure elements. So as you can see, these are subframes which will have to be glued together. Just a moment. Okay, so here it is. Again, really nice molding quality. I would be rather careful with all those cage elements, but as you can see, attachment points are placed in the right spots, I would say, so that you won't damage the tubes while separating it. Except of these two, because they are placed right in the middle of the tube, and it might be possible to break the part while cutting those two. Next we have another plastic bag with several sprues inside. Again, I'm cutting it off, and we'll check everything in a moment. First of all, we have here new rims. As you can see, they have slightly different shape. Here they are. Let's zoom in so that you can see them closer. It is cool that Aoshima provides them in white color, so you will be free to paint them as you like. As you can see, we have two sizes. Those ones are the rear, those ones are the front, and they're slightly concaved inside those rear ones. And again, I'm happy to see that we have white parts instead of chrome ones. Now, next we have chrome parts. This will be used for the exhaust system on this car. As you can see, they should be fine for the out-of-the-box build, but for the detailed project you will have to strip them and repaint. And next we have another plastic sprue. This one is dedicated to suspension elements, because here we have shock absorbers, also various arms, brake discs with rotors, and for example here we have the engine fan. Okay. But that's not all, because we have more plastic sprues. We have this plastic bag with mix of different colors, and now we are going to open it. Just give me a second. As far as I remember, this Huayra is one of the most detailed kits from Aoshima. So if you would like to build really nicely looking sport car, this might be a right choice for you. Obviously this is not a kit for beginner, because you can see that the amount of parts is crazy, and some of those design features will require really experienced hands behind the tools. So here you can see next white plastic frame. Here we have various parts for the external detailing. As you can see, top of the vehicle will be separate, and as you remember, doors are also separate, so this section will be actually covered. Next we have also chrome frame with, as far as I can guess, this one will be used for the side view mirrors or rear view. Next we have various red parts. Here they are. And one more plastic sprue is dedicated to those black parts. Those are obviously interior parts, As you can see, they're molded out of black plastic. Here we have the central console, actually the dashboard, where you will have to install all those metallic parts which we saw in the beginning. Here we have door cards. As you can see, this separate insert will be varying from version to version. That's a cockpit tab and various minor elements for fine detailing. Again, molding quality is absolutely nice. And next we have several more plastic bags. So first of all, let me show you the another plastic bag with car body parts. Here we have the front and rear, let's say, cowlings. Here they are. This is a really nice molding quality. All those shapes, they require a high quality molding process, and as you can see, manufacturer managed to copy them. And of course, all those parts will be openable. Here you can see them from the other side. Absolutely amazing. I think it can rival with Ferrari kits from you know which company. Next we have another plastic bag. This one houses vinyl tires and also polycaps as far as I can see. Of course we won't be checking polycaps because we all know how they look. I would like to show tires. Now there are two sizes of the tires, as you remember. So just give me a second. Okay, I will show you both because it's really interesting to see them closer. As far as I can see, there are no writings. Actually, there are writings on the tire walls, and it's important to show them like this because otherwise you won't be able to see them. So here they are. As you can see, even the size of the tire is replicated on this vinyl tires. That's a really cool feature. And here you can see the tire pattern, which looks good. We don't have any seam in the middle, as you can see, so you won't have to sand these parts. And next, one more, we have the clear plastic sprue, which is packed into the separate plastic bag. Here, as you can guess, we have all the glasses for this vehicle. So again, I need a moment to cut through this plastic bag. Okay, let's remove it, and here it is. Great molding quality, and all parts, as you can see, are shaped as they should be. Of course, we have masks in this kit. I will show them in a second, because otherwise it would be tricky to have the proper finish on this vehicle. So here we have the separate plastic bag with masks and decals. Masks, as usual for Aoshima, they should be pre-cut, but we'll check it in a second. So first of all, masks, and here you can see that we have the various designations, and here you can see that they're pre-cut, so we just take them off and apply on your vehicle. That's really cool, and obviously this will speed up the assembly process of this Pagani Huayra. Next we have decals sheet. This one is not big, but here we have all necessary badges and signs for this vehicle, several types of the number plates, and also dials for the dashboard. And last but not the least is the assembly manual. It is printed in black and white. It's traditional style for Aoshima. Let's zoom out so that you can see it. Here it is, a bit back. So on the first page we have some safety advices which should be read before assembly. Here we have how to apply decals, legend, also color table, recommended tools. Here you can see the paint instructions for the car body. Assembly process starts with front brakes, then we continue with frontal, it's written front flame assembly. It's quite interesting, that's why I'm a bit confused. Anyway, we assemble the frontal suspension. Next we continue with installation of those shock absorbers. We continue with interior tab assembly, driver's seat, and then we continue with roof of the vehicle. As you remember, there are some funny air vents on this vehicle, so we will have to work on them. Then we continue with the dashboard. This one will have to be detailed with several parts as well. Next we have installation of this roof section on the cockpit tab. We continue with engine assembly. Engine assembly goes into the rear frame assembly and suspension assembly. Again, installation of the shock absorbers, this cage structure, rear bumper assembly. Then we assemble all those parts on this plate, which you remember from our video review. Here is the front tire and rear tire assembly, their installation on the car body, front bumper assembly, side skirts or side step assembly. As you can see, they will be attached to this sub-assembly. We continue with doors installation, and with doors, as far as you can see, we will have to use the version which was on the bottom. Here you can see this assembly process. And next we have installation of the front cowling. It can be assembled in the open or closed position. The same can be said about the rear cowling. Here you can see the installation of the car body. Here we have the installation process for the doors, if you want to depict them in the open position. And on the last page we have the parts map. So as you can see, wheels won't be used, this part won't be used, these parts, and also several here. And that's pretty much all. So that's all for this video review. I hope you enjoyed it. As you can see, we have quite detailed kit now from Aoshima, and it might be interesting for those who missed the previous Pagani Huayra release. It is as good as it was, and as I said, it can rival any good kit on the market. So if you are looking to build famous Italian supercar, this might be a perfect option. Of course, I will be happy to hear your opinion about this kit here in the comment section below. If you like this video, press the like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you won't miss any new video reviews. And you can also support us financially by pressing the donate button on our website and choosing the amount you would like to send us. Be sure that all this money will be used for new photo and video equipment, and you will see it with your own eyes. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video review as usual. Bye.